What is up, everyone? GOAT Game Day is finally back. Here's my week one predictions. Starting with the national champions, we got Fresno State at Michigan. I could see Michigan starting a little bit slow in this game, but overall, I don't think Fresno State's going to be able to stop Michigan's run. So I'm going to go with the Wolverines, winning 44-10. Next game up, we got Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech. This game could be a lot closer than most people expect, but I'm also pretty high on Virginia Tech this year. So I do got Virginia Tech winning 33-17. I wouldn't be shocked if this game was a little closer, though. Next up, going back to the Big Ten, we have Akron at Ohio State, Battle of Ohio. Yeah, I got Ohio State smacking Akron. I don't really see them competing. Maybe getting a 7-0 lead, but other than that, Ohio State's winning that game. And then we have Alabama at Western Kentucky. There's a stat out there that Alabama's lost to a G05 team in the first season of a new head coach. But I don't see this happening. I'm going to go with Alabama winning 38-10. Next game's up. We got Colorado State at Texas. I could see Colorado State keeping this close for like the first quarter, but other than that, I do feel like Texas is going to steamroll Colorado State. Even though Colorado State's a pretty underrated squad, but yeah, I got Texas winning 44-17. Next game up, we got Syracuse versus the Bobcats. I could see a week one upset right here with the Bobcats potentially beating Syracuse. But I do feel like Syracuse's talent is a little bit better than Ohio, so I'm going to go with Syracuse winning 27-17. Then we got the Sunday night game with LSU versus USC. I feel like the winner of this game is going to be by either a game-winning field goal or a game-winning touchdown. I'm going to go with LSU despite their past in the week one games, but yeah, I'm going to go with LSU 41-38. I do think they will end up beating USC. And then Boston College versus Florida State. I think Florida State will bounce back. I feel like that week 0 game wasn't a fluke, just because I feel like Georgia Tech's pretty solid, but I do think Florida State's going to be good enough to beat Boston College. I feel like that run game's going to get going. The last 4 games are the game of the weeks. I have Penn State versus West Virginia. I'm going to go with Penn State winning 31-27. I would not be surprised at all if West Virginia does pull off this upset. But I feel like Singleton and Allen will get Penn State up a little bit early, like 10-0, and West Virginia will hang in there. But unfortunately, I don't think they'll be able to take a complete comeback, so I have Penn State winning 31-27. Next game up, we have Georgia versus Clemson. I do feel like Clemson will cover the spread. It's 14, but I do have them losing by 13. I could see Clemson potentially making not an upset, but keeping it closer than most people think. But at the same time, I could see Georgia going out and physically dominating the line of scrimmage and destroying Clemson. But I feel like Georgia's a pretty much guaranteed luck. I give them like 95% chance of winning, and maybe like a 70% chance of winning by double digits. So I'm gonna go with Georgia on this one. Next game up, we have Miami at Florida. I feel like this is going to be the most entertaining game in terms of offense. I don't feel like either defense is really going to be able to stop each other, and it's just going to be a shutdown through the offensive teams. I feel like Florida, I picked them a couple years ago when they faced Utah in Gainesville week 1, and that's what I'm going to do here. I do think Florida will pull off an upset beating Miami. I'm very high on both of these teams this year. Obviously, I feel like if Florida's in the ACC, they do have a similar record to what I'm predicting for Miami, but Florida also has the hardest schedule in the nation. I do feel like Florida does take out Miami in week 1 in Gainesville. The last game up, we have Notre Dame versus Texas A&M. And man, this game is actually very, very hard to pick because both of these teams always lose a game they need to win. So, who's going to choke harder in this one? I feel like it's going to be Notre Dame. They legit cannot win a game. I don't remember last time they won a bowl game. They cannot win a game they need to win. And it being at Kyle Field is just, that's the edge for me. I need to pick Texas A&M. So I'm going to go with the home team in this one. Both teams have a pretty good recruiting class, but I do feel like Texas A&M is going to be better at the line of scrimmage on Saturday. So I'm going to go with the Aggies in this one. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the GOAT Game Day. I'm looking forward to this season. I'm very excited, and I'll see you guys on either Monday or Tuesday, depending on if I want to include the Florida State-Boston College game in my Week 1 recap. I'm also going to be posting my NFL predictions soon, so stay tuned to that. Until next time, GOAT Show out.